I'm Denny Matthews. One of the great things can they One of the great things about baseball simulation is getting to experience events you normally wouldn't in reality. Tonight we have a real treat. It's the 1985 World Champion Kansas City Royals versus the 80s era Cleveland Indians, featuring the stars of the 1989 film Major League. Welcome, baseball fans, to Camden Yards for this matchup of a couple 80s teams. 85 Royals, 89 Indians, with some great stars on the team, including Ricky Vaughn and George Brett. A matchup you never thought you would see, but here it is tonight. Vaughn getting ready to start, just finishing up a conversation with his catcher, Jake Taylor. You may not be able to hear it. His famous song, Wild Thing, playing in the background as he takes the mound, gets ready to face Lonnie Smith, the leadoff hitter. Lonnie Smith starting the 1985 season with the Cardinals, getting traded to the Royals, and then facing the Cardinals in the World Series as the leadoff man. Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. And it's fouled off by Lonnie Smith, strike one. Vaughn will face Smith, Wilson, and Brett. A couple of speed threats, followed by a power threat. He definitely wants the bases empty to face George Brett. Ball high, 100 miles per hour on that pitch. Best thing Lonnie Smith can do, make this at bat long. The rest of his team needs to see this speed from Ricky Vaughn. Taylor going high again, and Vaughn misses high again, 2-1. Swung on, grounded to Dorn, fields the ball, throw to first, just in time. Dorn was kind of slow on that play, but Lonnie Smith still was late coming to first base. One out. And you see the rest of the lineup. Willie Wilson will bat next, followed by George Brett, and if anyone gets on, Hal McRae. So Willie Wilson steps to the plate, and if he gets on first, he can get to second quickly. Vaughn is fast home, but Taylor doesn't have the best arm. And that's a strike, up and in. A good spot for Ricky Vaughn. No balls and one strike. Taylor sets up right down the middle. And it's just a bit outside. One ball and one strike. As you see, the umpires in the field today. 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
And he calls it low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Questionable call there. Looked to be at about Wilson's knees. Benefits the Royals. Vaughn doesn't argue with it. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah.
And that strike about the same spot as the first one, so 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wilson. Looked a little annoyed with the call. Looked like a good one. Swung on, into center field. Hayes is there. And there's the second out of the inning. And Vaughn will get to face the Hall of Famer George Brett with nobody on.
George Brett.
And there is the Hall of Famer, inducted in 1999, has gotten over 3,000 hits, was the MVP of the 85 ALCS. Swung on, fouled up off behind him. One of the toughest bats in the lineup that Vaughn's going to have to deal with all day long. The 0-1 pitch. Ball high. With nobody on, Vaughn can put him on. Taylor calling for the fastball. Sets up low. And the sinker, only going 96, which is slow for Vaughn, was low, and he got Brett swinging.
That's a ball.
100-mile-per-hour fastball up and in on Brett, barely moved as he watched it go by. Swung on, grounded to Franco. He has it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Wild Thing. Indians up next. We'll see the top of their lineup and Brett Saberhagen after the break. And you see Brett Saberhagen, who got World Series MVP in 1985 at the ripe old age of 21. You see his career statistics on the side there. The 1985 Cy Young winner. And talking about speed threats, here's a big one right here. Willie Mays Hayes.
Center fielder, Willie Hayes.
You put him on first, he'll be at third before you know it. Swung on and missed. Never known for his great bat. And Brett Saberhagen is a tough pitcher. The 0-1 to him. Schoenberg behind the plate. He tries to bunt. It's down the line, and Brett will pick it up in foul territory. So now no balls and 2 strikes to Willie Mays Hayes. The bunt is likely off the table. The 0-2. Swung on, fouled off. We'll see it again. Hayes is a rather short player, so not a big strike zone, but also not a great hitter. Saberhagen throws it low. Hayes watches it go by. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Royals in their 70s era's powder blues. The Indians in their 89 home whites. Swung on, fouled off again. Schoenberg puts down the sign. And Saberhagen to the plate. And it bounces and hits Schoenberg for ball 2. Trying to fool Hayes. Not a very hard thing to do, but those pitches were not close. Going high on this one. It is high. And Hayes has worked the count back full after falling down 0-2. Jake Taylor coming up next. If Hayes gets on, you can expect a bunt. Full count, payoff pitch. Fouled off again. Good job keeping his at-bat alive after falling down early. Swung on, grounded. Biancalana has it. The throw to first is in time, just barely. Biancalana had to hurry, and he did, beating Hayes by a step. So Taylor will come up with nobody on. As you see the rest of their lineup, Taylor and Dorn batting next, and if anyone gets on, the powerful Pedro Serrano. A lot of big names there, like Joe Carter, Julio Franco. Joe Carter, of course, known for hitting that walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 1993 World Series, which the Blue Jays won. The first pitch from Saberhagen to Jake Taylor. And that pitch misses way to the outside. Taylor didn't even have to think about it. He's a very patient hitter. Swung on, grounded to Brett at third. This should be easy. Takes his time, gets the out at first. Several steps there, and Brett didn't want to risk making an error on someone who's not very good at running. And now we'll see Roger Dorn batting with nobody on. Dorn wouldn't be considered a power hitter. He is a finesse hitter, and he can get on base with little effort. Against Brett Saberhagen, though, it might be a different story.
Nope.
One of the toughest pitchers of the 1980s. Here's the windup. Sundberg looking low. It is low, and it's a ball. So 2-0 to Roger Dorn. One of the great matchups you can ask for in the 1980s, Ricky Vaughn versus Brett Saberhagen. Saberhagen looking to go 1-2-3 as that pitch misses 2. So he is now down 3-0 with Pedro Serrano on deck. Serrano can put you down 2-0 before you know it. Swung on, lined into right field. It is a base hit as Motley picks it up and throws it in. And so Saberhagen will have to deal with the likes of Pedro Serrano. A good finesse hit from Roger Dorn, taking it the other way, landing right in front of Darryl Motley. And here's a guy that Saberhagen did not want to face with a man on. The ball can really fly out here at Camden Yards. Someone like Serrano might be looking at the freight house in right field. See if they can bounce one off of there. He watches the first pitch for strike one. Serrano not known for hitting curveballs. Any sort of breaking pitch should be Saberhagen's play as he fouls off the second pitch and is quickly down 0-2. Serrano, the fastball hitter. Saberhagen, a fastball pitcher. The 0-2. Inside, Serrano didn't have to think about it. Almost hit his legs. Saberhagen, I want to try to avoid hitting Serrano. The 1-2. Swung on and missed by a bunch. Struck out with the breaking ball. That's a good play for Saberhagen. The Royals face 4. We go to the top of inning number 2. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for the Royals.
Hal McRae leading off the second inning. Vaughn threw 14 pitches on the first inning. Here's his first one to the designated hitter. Strike one to Hal McRae. A long career McRae had with the Royals. He ended up managing the Royals in the early 90s. Not seen as one of the better managers in their history. But he was one of their better hitters. So Vaughn has him down 0-2. Just like that. And he can do that to you. See if he can get him on 3 pitches here. He cannot, as he throws a curveball outside. Want to see if he can get McRae with a breaking pitch. The 1-2. Just a bit outside again. It is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. McRae didn't have to think about that one. Taylor trying to go high. Didn't exactly hit his spot, but McRae missed his, and he's down with a strikeout to start the second inning. Okay, get a good look at the field for the Cleveland Indians. You see some more big names, Julio Franco in short. Dorn at third, who got the only hit last inning. And Frank White batting 5th. Batted fourth in the World Series as McRae was put out of the lineup with the exclusion of the DH in the 1985 World Series. Frank White seeing if he can get the first hit for the Royals. Dorn has already done that for the Indians. Vaughn has shot down the first 4 men he's faced. He's up 0-1 to Frank White.
1-1.
And that pitch goes high, but fast again. Really gives Frank White something to think about. Don't want to get hit by that pitch. And he's really in on the batter's box. Fouled off. He's down 1-2. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-2. Both pitchers trying to get big breaking balls when they have the batter down on 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 to Frank White. Swung on and missed way early. A good breaking pitch by Vaughn, not what he's known for. And he starts the inning with 2 strikeouts.
Catherine, number 8.
A lot of movement. A very good pitch by a very good pitcher. So Jim Sundberg, the catcher, comes to the plate. Of course, scoring the game-winning run of Game 6 of the World Series.
Inside, ball 1.
First pitch is inside. Sundberg backs off, and it ran in on him a bit. A triple-digit pitch yet again from Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn. Swung on, lined into center field, a base hit. Hayes will pick 2 outs in the second inning.
Batting 7, first baseman, number 45.
So now Ricky Vaughn has to face power with a man on here. Steve Bell, 1985. His record later broken by Mike Moustakas in 2017 and again by Jorge Soler in 2019. 36 home runs. Most by a Royal for 32 years. The 1-0. Ball 2 to Steve Balboni up high. You can forgive Vaughn for nibbling a little bit against a powerhouse like him. Pitching from the stretch for the first time today. The 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. Balboni watched it go by, probably waiting for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swung on, grounded, right to the second baseman, Bernazard, and there's out number 3. To the bottom of the inning we go. You'll see Butler, Carter, and Franco next. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off with a drive,
Brett Butler, the DH up.
Brett
The
Butler.
first 4 couldn't do anything in the first inning, even after Dorn got on. So here's Brett Butler to lead off the second. And it's a ball high and outside to the designated hitter. You see Camden Yards here, chosen because it was a filming location of Major League 2. This pitch grounded to beyond Kalana, stumbles a bit, but still gets Butler at first. So the leadoff man is gone here in the second inning.
Left fielder,
We're expecting this to be a somewhat low-scoring game. 2 great pitchers, and here you see the Royals defense. Defensive overview brought to you by the parking spot. We have airport parking covered. And touchable Joe Carter steps to the plate. Hadn't quite gotten his career started yet in Cleveland. Became one of the biggest names in Toronto. Toronto Blue Jays, the team he was on, still the most recent team to win 2 consecutive World Series in 92 and 93. Carter watches for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. They set up again. Swung on and fouled off to the left side. Saberhagen about to throw his 25th pitch.
Ball 2.
And that ball is way low. Carter thought about it, was able to hold up. Sundberg sets up inside. Carter does not go for it. Julio Franco coming up next. Dangerous hitters in his own right. Swung on, popped straight up. Balboni has it. And there's out number 2. For the second inning in a row, Saberhagen sits down the first too many faces, but he still has to face a tough hitter in Julio Franco. Franco definitely known for his strange batting stance. He goes for the first pitch, and it flies out to the center fielder, Willie Wilson, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Brett Saberhagen. We move to the third inning. Motley, Biancalana, and Smith. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for Kansas City, right fielder
Darryl Motley
number
Crew leads
24.
off the third inning. Some speed. One of the highlights of his career is catching the final out of the 1985 World Series. First pitch is inside, another 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
2-0.
Outside. Motley didn't really have to think about that one. Vaughn has control issues with his off-speed pitches. Had great success with them in the second inning, but has not been able to throw a strike so far in the third.
Oh, that's okay.
Fastball high, and Motley is up 3-0. Bottom part of the order, 8 and 9. Buddy Biancalana is next. He was a 188 hitter in the 1985 season with limited time.
No, ball.
And he walks Motley on 4 straight pitches. There's some control issues we see from Vaughn.
Batting ninth, shortstop.
You don't want to walk the bottom of the order. Motley has some speed. We'll see if he tries it on Jake Taylor. And Buddy Biancalana, his name really rolls off the tongue. The 9th batter, the shortstop. We'll see if he just moves over Motley with a bunt. He is lining up for a bunt. Pulls back, and it's ball 1. Good job pulling back on a 101-mile-per-hour fastball. See if he tries it again. Dorn down the first baseline. Hargrove down the first. Setting up the bunt. And it's bunted to Hargrove, who tags him out, and Motley is in scoring position for Lonnie Smith. Hargrove did a good job charging in and getting to that one quickly. Didn't try to be a hero and throw it to second. Just got the tag. And Biancalana does his job. Back to the top now, Lonnie Smith. Man in scoring position for the 1 and 2 hitters.
Counts 1-0.
Ball high. Got to be careful pitching to Smith. Doesn't want to give up a hit, but if he walks him, that means George Brett could be coming up. 2-0 to Lonnie Smith. We're seeing a lot of Royals standing on the inside part of the batter's box, even against a hard thrower like Ricky Vaughn. The 2-0 pitch.
That's ball 3.
Outside, and Vaughn is really having control issues. Taylor telling him to calm down. Willie Wilson on deck, another speed threat. They will have the force at third if he walks Smith. But if they don't make use of the double play, they will face George Brett. Finally, strike 1 to Lonnie Smith on the upper outer part of the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Strike again. Smith thought it was a ball. It looked good to me. Smith stepping out of the box and taking some time here. The payoff pitch. An important at bat here for both teams. Takes a look at Motley, and it's fouled off by Lonnie Smith. The at-bats this inning are really driving up Vaughn's pitch count. He's about to throw his 43rd. That's one out in the third inning. Swung on, flown to center. Hayes coming in. We'll see if Motley runs. He does not. Hayes was pretty shallow in center field. Probably made the right call there. So 2 outs. And Willie Wilson coming up.
Willie Wilson.
And Willie Wilson, who was the leadoff man in center field before the arrival of Lonnie Smith. A long-time leadoff hitter for the Royals. Swung on, and it is lined foul. Serrano isn't getting to that one. No balls and 1 strike. Swung on, grounded to the left side. Now he's down 0-2, and Bond's got him right where he wants him. See if he goes right after him. He does go for the fastball, but he misses high. He seems to be calming down now. Jake Taylor got him back under control. A 1-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out with a curveball. And Vaughn gets out of a man in scoring position with 1 out. We go to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. The second baseman, Tony Bernazard, steps to the plate.
Second baseman.
Saberhagen will work with the bottom of the lineup. So we'll see how quickly he can get through. And Bernazard swings on the first pitch. And Motley's going to field it off the wall. A good hit by Bernazard. And the Indians lead off the inning with a triple.
Batting ninth. First baseman.
So the ninth batter will come up. It'll be Hargrove, and that was close to being the home run. Motley did a good job fielding it off the wall, but that is a tricky spot. And Mike Hargrove will have the chance to bring in the first run of the game. With the ninth hitter up, and a man on third, you can expect the Royals infield to be playing in. Swung on and it's lined to the left side. Brett playing in a somewhat normal position. No balls and 1 strike. And Saberhagen misses high. Both pitchers seem to be going up there. Saberhagen only about to throw his 32nd. Vaughn has now thrown 46. He's going to have to work out of a jam here with a man on third and no outs. He gets Hargrove to swing and miss, so now he's up 1-2. Sundberg saying that's where you throw it. Definitely a great pitch by Saberhagen. He's to make another one of those. Important to get an out here. He's got Willie Mays Hayes batting next. Again, he has speed, but not a great hitter. Ball low. Count draws even at 2. And he kind of chops it. Saberhagen catches it right in the air. Doesn't even have to throw it to first. What an odd play. An odd swing by Hargrove. Saberhagen got his back turned and then caught it in front of him. So there's out number 1. Willie Mays Hayes up. And Saberhagen would like another play like that. Ball low. Good news for Saberhagen. Hayes doesn't have power. Making a sacrifice fly unlikely. Oh, 1-0. Swung on, fouled off to the right side. One ball and 1 strike from the stretch. Swung on, grounded. Biancalana has it. No play at first, and the Indians take the lead. Did a good job keeping it out of the outfield, but that doesn't help anyone with a runner like Hayes on base and a man at third. So the leadoff triple does turn into a run. And Jake Taylor's coming up, and Saberhagen has to worry about Willie Mays Hayes. Go try to pick him off. Hayes has a history of being picked. See if he runs. See if Saberhagen looking over. And they pitch out. Hayes is not running. A good call by Saberhagen and Sundberg. Hayes did not move. And if he goes on anything other than a fastball, he likely gets the base. Doesn't go again, and Saberhagen goes high with Sundberg. Definitely trying to avoid a stolen base. But now he falls behind on Jake Taylor. The 2-0. And Hayes is going, and Taylor fouls it off, taking away a sure stolen base from the speedster. He got a great jump. The 2-1. And he's going again. Sundberg throws it to second, not even close. He probably should have just kept it in his pocket. And now a base hit by Taylor brings in Hayes. It doesn't have to go very far to get him in. Saberhagen could use another punch-out. The 2-2. And it's fouled straight back. It will remain 2-2. Taylor's very patient. And that pitch is low. And a little bit outside. The count goes full to Jake Taylor. Important payoff pitch coming here. You'll have to face Roger Dorn after this at bat. And it's lined into right field. Motley coming in, and he drops it. Hayes going for third. He will get there. Motley was just late to that ball. And the Royals have given up yet another hit. Saberhagen has to deal with men on the corners with Roger Dorn and Pedro Serrano coming up. The first pitch to Dorn. A double play would be great right now as Dorn swings and misses at the first pitch, flailing up high at the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Saberhagen ahead in the count now. The 0-1 pitch. And that one's fouled off, and Saberhagen is up 0-2. Going from the stretch, so it's unlikely Willie Mays Hayes will try to steal home straight up. Swung on and missed. He gets him on 3 straight pitches. That is an important out.
The right fielder, number 13.
Fooled on that breaking ball. Not out of the woods yet. He has to face the powerhouse of Pedro Serrano. Throws the wrong pitch to this guy, and the Indians are up 4-0. First pitch is outside. You might expect a little bit of nibbling here. Brett Butler is no slouch himself, but Serrano has amazing power.
That's
Ball 2. Looked like a good spot. Saberhagen looking a little frustrated with the call as he now falls behind Pedro Serrano. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, he is now down 3-0, and Sundberg now has to calm his pitcher down. The Cy Young winner in early trouble. The 3-0. Swung on. Pedro watches it go foul. A great swing. Now the count is 3-1. Swung on and missed. On a fastball. Definitely a pitch Serrano loves hitting. Missed it there. And the count runs full. And another key at bat. A payoff pitch. Swung on, lined into left field. Deep but foul. Another hard hit pitch. Serrano definitely a pull hitter. Swung on this one, grounded to Biancalana. Serrano doesn't have great speed. And Saberhagen gets out of it while only giving up 1 run. Let's see, Brett, McRae, and White. In the next inning, you're listening to the Royals Radio Network. George Brett leads off the inning, and for the first time tonight, Ricky Vaughn will pitch with a lead. A 1-run lead after Saberhagen was able to work himself into and out of trouble. And Vaughn will face the most dangerous batter in the lineup.
Counts 1-0.
Curveball bounces into Taylor's glove. Brett up 1-0. We'll see if Vaughn pitches carefully to him.
2 balls, no
Missed his spot with a changeup, and it's outside. McRae and White coming up after Brett. So if he walks him, he's got a couple talented bats behind him, but nothing like Brett. Brett breaks the bat. Dorn catches it, and there's out number 1.
Now batting.
Ricky Vaughn pitching in,
Hitter. Al
and he got Brett to shaw it off, and Al McRae will now bat with nobody on and 1 out in the 4th inning. See the speed difference there, obviously goes to Vaughn. Saberhagen usually sticks around the mid to low 90s, but he got one up to 97 tonight. First pitch to McRae. Swung on and fouled off. McRae down 0-1. Taylor setting up low. Swung on and missed by McRae, and he's down 0-2 to the Wild Thing. Taylor signaling to go up high. He does go up high, and it's a ball. Another 100-mile-per-hour fastball at eye level. Royals looking to start something, and with their best hitter already out, it's going to be difficult in this inning. And McRae swings and misses, and Vaughn gets the first too many faces in the 4th inning. And he'll have to face Frank White to try and get the 1-2-3.
Frank White.
One of 3 numbers the Royals have retired so far. Frank White, the other 2 being George Brett and former manager Dick Hauser. Batting 5th, the first pitch to him. Strike, and a good location for him to hit, but he watches it go by, and he's now down 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Bernazard, and it'll be another 1-2-3 inning for Ricky Vaughn. We move to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Again, the 5-hitter, Brett Butler, leads off an inning. A very tough inning for Brett Saberhagen last time up. They're going to shift on Brett Butler. Ned Yost calling for a shift. First pitch of the inning. Swung on, grounded into the shift. White picks it up, gets him at first. One pitch, that's what Saberhagen needed after a long 3rd inning. So now here's Joe Carter. Sundberg looking up high. A good location by Saberhagen right below the letters to get ahead of Joe Carter. Saberhagen needs a 1-2-3 inning as easy as Vaughn's was. Another strike on the outside edge. And Saberhagen is up 0-2. Sundberg goes high again. Swung on, fouled off. It will remain 0-2. See if Saberhagen will try to fool him with a breaking ball this time. Sundberg going low. And just outside for ball one. Carter did not go for it. Swung on, fouled off again. Carter really fighting with 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Saberhagen finally gets him with a low pitch. Carter swung and missed.
Now batting, shortstop, Julio Franco.
Julio Franco now coming up. Carter was not able to fight off that last pitch. That was a great one. And now Julio Franco up with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Saberhagen looking for a 1-2-3 after a tough 3rd inning. Underneath Franco there. Too low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Low again. 2-0. Didn't even think about it. Good eye for the shortstop. And there's a strike. Somewhat controversial in Franco's mind. Still talking to himself about it. A gift for Saberhagen. We'll see what he can do with it. Swung on, lined into center field. Wilson is there. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Cy Young winner Brett Saberhagen. We move on to the 5th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Absent Sundberg steps to the plate again. He got the first hit for the Royals in the 2nd inning. The Royals could use another leadoff base runner. Way early. Tough to be early on a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, but he did it. And he's down 0-1. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, and Sundberg is down. Taylor setting up low. Didn't reach low, but Hargrove picks it up. Vaughn has it, steps on first before Sundberg, and this time the umpire gets the call right.
The batter, number 45.
And Steve Balboni will step to the plate, and a home run would be great for the Royals right now. And they got a guy up who can do it. The 7th batter. After him, the averages really go down with Motley and Biancalana. Strike. Outer part of the plate, but over the plate anyways. Balboni is down. Taking a few practice swings, looked like he wasn't completely satisfied with that call. Looked good from here, and Balboni on the inside part of the batter's box. No balls and 1 strike. Inside and very low. The count draws even. Low again. And Balboni pulls ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. One out, top of the 5th. Royals down 1-0, the 2-1 to Balboni.
That's ball 3.
Another ball, and that one looked pretty good. And Steve Balboni's up 3-1. Swung on, lined into left field, and it is caught by Joe Carter.
The batter,
A good swing, a good hit, but right to the fielder. And there are now 2 outs. Darryl Motley coming up. He walked his first time up. Caused some problems for Vaughn. Nothing came of it. Of course, Motley, in Game 7 of the World Series, fouled the pitch off deep into left field, broke his bat walking to the plate, then hit a home run on the very next pitch. He is capable, but it is tough against a pitcher like Ricky Vaughn. Way late, as you would expect. The 0-1 pitch. That pitch misses badly, low. Vaughn definitely living by his fastball, as he normally does, struggling with his command on his breaking pitches. He's gotten a few swings and misses on them. Most of the time when he throws it, though, it's outside the strike zone.
That's a ball.
Fastball goes up high again. Usually when he misses with his fastball, it is high. Swung on and missed Motley way early on the breaking pitch, obviously looking for the fastball. And there's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor way inside, and he hits Motley, and that can't feel good. Doesn't look happy about it, but he will take his base with little incident. Royals batters have been inside all night, and this time it gets him a base with 2 outs. And Biancalana coming up. No use bunting this time. Swung on and missed. Tough pitcher to hit for a player with little experience, such as Buddy Biancalana. Saw the first base coach having a conversation there with Darryl Motley. See if he tries anything with 2 outs here. Biancalana watching all the way, and he's now down 0-2. First time Vaughn has pitched out of the stretch in a while. Tried to get Motley at first. Not even close. Motley doesn't have a huge lead. Swing and a miss by Biancalana. Taylor didn't catch it. He gets it and throws to first, and that's the end of the top of the 5th inning. But the Royals will get the top of the lineup there next time up. We move to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Bernazar back at the plate.
Leading off with a drive.
He led off the 3rd with a triple and has scored the only run of the game so far. Biancalana caught the ball moving away from first base with Hayes running. Things not as easy for Bernazar this time around. Did he go? Third base umpire says he did not, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outside, so the count draws even. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sundberg sets up low. Outside, and the count runs full. Mike Hargrove on deck. He had a short pop out to Saberhagen, his last time up. And Saberhagen walks Bernazard. After getting him down 0-2, Bernazard fights back to walk.
First baseman number 23, Mike Hargrove.
See the pitch track here. Saberhagen started nibbling after he got him down 0-2. He pays the price now, and Mike Hargrove will come up, the 9th hitter. And after him, he has to go back to the top with Willie Mays Hayes. So runner on first. Saberhagen from the stretch.
Ball one, no strike.
Change up, misses low. Now with Saberhagen's pitch count getting up there, we know he can throw well into the hundreds. The question is, will he tonight? Pitching a very good game so far, only allowing the 1 run. And the 3rd inning could have been much worse. Hargrove lines it into left center field for a base hit. Wilson picks it up. Bernazard is going for 3rd. And the throw gets cut off by Biancalana. And once again, Brett Saberhagen gets in trouble with the bottom of the lineup. And Willie Mays Hayes coming up. We'll see if they'll try a bunt with a man on 3rd and first with nobody out. Strike 1 to him. Known for hitting balls on the ground, which is exactly what he did in his second at bat of the game when he got his RBI single. Swung on, line into right field. It is another base hit, and the Indians are up 2-0. This time, Hayes hits it in the air. With Hargrove in front of him, you can't expect a stolen base. But the Indians are now up 2-0. And the Royals still trying to figure out Ricky Vaughn. And Jake Taylor now up. Man on first and second. Nobody out. Another tough inning for Brett Saberhagen. We'll see if he can get out of it without any further damage. It's going to be tough with Roger Dorn and Pedro Serrano coming up. Good pitch by Saberhagen there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Love to get a double play as this pitch is grounded foul down the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still doing with a man in scoring position.
That's a ball.
That pitch is high, and the count draws even. The leadoff walk that Saberhagen allowed ended up scoring. Still yet to get an out after facing 3 batters in this inning, as Taylor fouls off another pitch. The 2-2. Lined into left center field, another base hit, and the Indians are up 3-0 as Wilson slips. Will Hayes try to go home? He will not. Men on the corners. And Saberhagen struggling mightily here in the 5th inning.
Number 24, Roger Dorn.
Now Roger Dorn up. Men on the corners. Got hit his first at bat, struck out his second. And that changeup hung, but he did not go for it. Saberhagen still struggling to get his first out of the inning. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul. Won't take much to get Hayes in. Saberhagen's got to keep it on the ground. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on. In the air. Well foul. Motley didn't even move. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle, a base hit, and another run will score. Right underneath Saberhagen, right in between White and Biancalana, and it is now 4-0. And he has to face Pedro Serrano. And then Yost will go with a different pitcher. That's it. For Cy Young winner Brett Saberhagen, giving up 4 runs after 4+ innings of work.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
And
Royals,
Joe Beckwith will come in to replace him. Drops his glove on the way in. Never a good sign. We'll see what he can do here. He has to face Pedro Serrano with no outs and a man on first and second. Serrano is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. At any moment, though, he could hit that long ball to put this game away. Beckwith from the stretch. He goes at him with an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Risky business there with a power hitter, but he's up 0-1. Serrano swinging and a high pitch, and he's down 0-2 after fouling it off. The Royals are just looking for an out at this point. Swung on, grounded, and it goes right through Steve Balboni, and another run will score. A sure double play ball. Taylor slides in past Schomburg. 5-0. Balboni lets a double play ball go.
number 2, designated hitter, Brett.
Balboni, of course, known more for his bat than his fielding. He shows it there as Serrano hits one on the ground, just like Beckwith wanted. And now here's Brett Butler.
Nope.
First pitch misses. Butler takes some practice swings. Still no outs. Started with the 8th hitter. Now the 5 hitter is up. Chop foul. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit into center field, and the Royals will finally get it out. No tagging, as Wilson catches it and throws it to third anyway. Not a ton of speed on base right now with Doran and Serrano. You have to hit it much deeper than that to get Doran to move over to third. Joe Carter now coming up. 0 for 2. And Beckwith has got to be thinking ground ball. Hopefully this time it won't get through if he can get it. So Carter starts out ahead in the count. Beckwith sets up the pitch. Swung on, line into center field. Another base hit. Doran will round third. Wilson throwing it home. And another run scores. The Indians getting him with the shingles. Carter, a nice line drive that lands in front of Wilson.
Julio Franco.
Doran doesn't have great speed. He was able to score on that just ahead of the Wilson throw. And now Julio Franco comes up. Still 1 out, man on first and second. Swung on, this is flying out to left center field. Wilson going deep. Makes the catch. Serrano, also with very little speed, does not go. Finally, 2 outs in the inning.
Number 4.
And we go back to where it all started now, with Tony Bernazard, who walked earlier in this inning and started this rally that has put the Royals away. Saberhagen now out of the game, and Ricky Vaughn has not given up a run.
Nope, upstairs.
Beckwith only topping out at 88 miles per hour. That was not a good location, and Bernazard is up 1-0. There's a strike, 89 mile per hour fastball. A good pitch for Bernazard to hit. Beckwith's problem has not been locating, it's been giving up hits with this subpar fastball that doesn't even touch 90. Inside, 2-1. Bernazard ahead in the count once again. And strike with a slider. High in the strike zone and on the outside corner. A 2-2 pitch. Beckwith looking to end the inning. Swung on, line to right field, but foul. A good swing, but nothing comes of it. Beckwith has another chance to strike him out. Swung on, flown out to right field. Motley has it this time. And finally, the inning ends. Bernazard starts and ends the inning. We finally move on to the 6th inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for Kansas City.
And Lonnie Smith will lead off the inning. The leadoff hitter for the Royals. Vaughn will face him, and Wilson and Brett. And the Royals need to get something going. Still being shut out by Vaughn. Saberhagen is out. Vaughn stays in. First pitch to Smith is high. Smith is ahead in the count. If he gets on at this point, we might not see a steal. The Royals just need to keep men on base. They need to get men on base first. The 1-0. Swung on, lined into right field, and it is a base hit landing in front of Serrano. And the Royals have got what they wanted, a leadoff hitter, and a speedy one at that. Then another speedy hitter, Willie Wilson, batting behind him.
Willie Wilson.
Important thing the Royals need to do at this point is avoid a double play. You definitely want Brett batting with a man on. With a man on. First pitch of a strike right down the middle to him. He watched it go by. The Royals might be hoping to face the Indians' bullpen at this point. Haven't gotten much off Vaughn. The 0-1. And that's a ball low. A good sinker by Vaughn. Wilson did not bite. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on, grounded, and it's through Dorn for a base hit. Smith stops at second. So a man on first and second with no outs. And the Hall of Famer coming up.
Now batting. Third base.
Just got by Dorn. Dorn not known for his fielding. Good hit by Wilson. 2 speed threats and a power threat at the plate. Vaughn from the stretch to George Brett. High in Brett's wheelhouse, watches it go by. Hasn't done much today. Swung on, grounded, and Hargrove gets it, and he throws it away. Smith will score. Wilson was sliding. He could not go any further, and the Royals are on the board with a Hargrove error. May have not gotten the double play on a tough ball like that, but they don't get anything from it now, and the Royals might have something cooking with Hal McRae up. Struck out twice. Important thing at this point is to avoid a double play. Hopefully keep something going here. Get it to Frank White. Swung on, lined into right center field, and that's a base hit. And the Royals will now be down only 6-2 as Wilson scores easily from second. And the top of the lineup going to work here. The first 4 hitters have gotten on. Frank White coming up now, another dangerous hitter. How many times have we seen the Royals jump on an error? A bad mistake by Hargrove. And that's a strike to Frank White on the edge. White doesn't think much of it. Gets back to work, trying to keep this rally going. The most we've seen out of the Royals tonight. Ricky Vaughn about to throw his 82nd pitch, and he's yet to get an out in the 6th inning. Swung on, grounded to Dorn, and there's the double play. And the rally is over. Man on third with 2 outs. The Royals can't get much more out of this.
Now batting, number 8.
And Jim Sundberg is up. 1 for 2 today. If he can get another hit, he can cut the lead in half. An outside fastball to Sundberg. Vaughn was showing some signs of fatigue, but now out of a tough jam. As long as he doesn't give up a hit, he's out of the inning. Sundberg thought about it, but the changeup went low, and now he's up in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. He's got Balboni behind him. Right down the middle, Sundberg not swinging. If he could somehow get on base and get the bat to Balboni, it'd be big for the Royals glove, and the count runs full. Don't want to face Balboni with men on. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded into right field for a base hit. The lead will be cut in half. Good job by Sundberg to make something out of the double play. And now he's got Balboni behind him. The official score just charged Mike Hargrove with an error. Not completely sure about that. It was a very tough play, one he maybe could have made. So bad inning for Hargrove, as his fielding miscues have now led to 2 Royals runs, and Steve Balboni's at the plate. And that pitch apparently inside. Balboni up in the count, hasn't done anything today. The 1-0. Vaughn missing again. Taylor telling him to calm down yet again. Vaughn with a bit of a temper that we've seen. And now Balboni is up 3-0. They might just want to pitch around him. Darryl Motley coming up next. Not the same threat as Steve Balboni. The 3-0 pitch. And that's a strike right down the middle. Balboni taking all the way. As Vaughn's pitch count might start becoming an issue, and the Royals are aware of it. Three balls and 1 strike. Vaughn from the stretch. Sundberg at first, 2 outs.
No, that's it.
And he walks Balboni. So Vaughn works himself back into trouble. And here comes the pitching coach to have a talk with him.
Number 24.
Darryl Motley coming up. Not that tough of an out for a guy like Ricky Vaughn. He's giving up a lot of hits now, much like we saw Saberhagen doing at the bottom of inning number 5. Saberhagen has pitched a very high-scoring game. Vaughn was able to keep the Royals down until now, and Darryl Motley has been on base twice. yet has not gotten a hit. Curveball outside. You see Thompson and Clark warming up in the Indians bullpen. We'll see how quickly Terry Francona will go to the bullpen. This might be Vaughn's last inning, maybe even his last batter. The 1-0 pitch. And that's a strike, right at the letters. The count is even again. Another strike. Two good pitches and good locations, and Taylor lets Vaughn know that. And Motley is down in the count 1-2. You see Vaughn's pitch breakdown. Struggled with his control. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He is able to get Motley. But the Royals take 3 back of the 6th. They cut the lead in half, and we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Mike Hargrove, the 9-hitter leading off the inning, and Joe Beckwith is still in after pitching a very questionable 5th inning. You don't want that happening again. First pitch backs Hargrove off the plate. 1-0. Curveball nearly came up and hit him in the shin. Swung on, line foul, and the count runs even. The Royals able to do some damage in the top of the inning, but for it to matter, they have to stop giving up runs. Not a good start, as this will get to Wilson. Hargrove won't be able to go past first. A leadoff single in the top of the lineup coming up.
Center fielder number 0.
And Willie Mays Hayes will come up again, having a good game so far with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And Hargrove is off and running, and Hayes hits it right to White. It's a double play. A great play by White, who covered second because of the steal, was able to jump up and make the catch. Hargrove so far off first, there was no chance he was going to get back. What a play by Frank White. 2 important outs. Taylor now at the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. Strike on the outer part of the plate. Taylor steps off. 2 for 3 today. And an RBI. Seems like every one of the Indians has been getting into the offense today. The 0-1 pitch. Beckwith trying to redeem himself. And that fastball is high. If White doesn't cover for the steal, that's a base hit.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So it's almost by sheer luck that Joe Beckwith has been able to get 2 outs in this inning. He needs luck to lend him a hand one more time. And that's a strike. Beckwith throwing a lot of junk right now. You have to when your fastball only goes 88. Draws the count even at 2-2. Called strike 3. Taylor not happy on the inside corner. But the Royals get a very quick inning. And we move on to the 7th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. We move on to the 7th inning. 3-6 Indians. The Royals had a rally going in the 6th. If they can get another one going, that could be huge. They have the 9-hole hitter leading off the inning, Buddy Biancalana.
Leading off for Kansas City.
And if he can get on base for Lonnie Smith and Willie Wilson, it could be huge for the Royals. Ricky Vaughn will remain in the game, about to throw his 98th pitch. And that's a strike. Outer part of the strike zone. Biancalana, knowing he just missed one. He's down 0-1. inside. Definitely something Biancalana has to keep in mind is his fastball. Running in on him. Biancalana almost standing over the plate. The way he leans in, swings and misses. He's now down 1-2.
2 straight.
Vaughn just coming at him with this 100-mile-per-hour fastball. The 1-2. Taylor signals to go low. And Biancalana fouls it off, keeping the at-bat alive. And the 1-2 again coming up. Taylor signals low again.
Ball 2.
Just outside.
2-2.
This time it really was close. And the count draws even with Buddy Biancalana. Doing a good job making a pitch. Being a very patient hitter. Swung on, grounded. Franco coming in to get it. Biancalana with some speed is not able to get to first base in time, and the leadoff man is gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Lonnie.
Back to the top, Lonnie Smith is up, who started the rally in the last inning. That led to 3 Royals runs, and he later scored off a Hargrove throwing error. Swung on, grounded. Vaughn can't get it. Franco has to try again. Smith with better speed is safe. On again. And with Wilson and Brett coming up, we'll see if the Royals can do something again. If Vaughn gets that, there's 2 outs. Lonnie Smith beat it by a good step. Willie Wilson is up now. We'll see if Smith tries to take second. Vaughn hard to steal on. He slide steps, and the pitch is outside, ball 1. Wilson has a single and later scored. That all happened in the last inning. The 1-0. And Smith will run for it. Taylor's throw is way late. And now the Royals have a runner in scoring position. The double play is gone, which means Brett will get to bat this inning. Not a good pitch to throw on. Taylor didn't have much of a chance there. 2-0 to Willie Wilson. Vaughn likely going to go back to just worrying about the batter. And that's a strike. Wilson disagrees, but it looked like he went. Count is 2-1. Vaughn well into the triple digits, pitch count-wise. Swung on, flied into left center field. Here comes Hayes. Makes the catch, and Smith will have to hold at second. A good swing. Hayes with good speed was able to get to it before it hit the ground. And George Brett is coming up. Hasn't done much today. Last inning, he grounded to the first baseman who threw it away instead of getting him out. Now he has a chance to bring in another run. Swung on, grounded right to Bernazard, and that's the inning. The Royals go scoreless after a great 6th inning. We move on to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Roger Dorn, the 3-hole hitter, bats with Beckwith still in. Questionable keeping Beckwith in, who just barely scraped by last inning and gave up all his inherited runners his first inning in the 5th. And he has to face Dorn and Serrano. First pitch is a ball low. Mike Lacoste and Mike Jones warming up in the Royals bullpen. And if I'm Ned Yost, I don't hesitate to put in someone else at this point. They've got to stop the Indians from scoring again. It's going to be hard enough for them to get 3 more runs. Dorn swings and misses for strike 1. Ball outside. Beckwith struggling with control. This will be his third inning of work. Dorn taking his practice swings. The 2-1 pitch coming up. And that's a strike, and the count draws even. Only 87. And Dorn watches it go by. Almost looks like a breaking ball. It's so slow. And that ball runs the count full. Beckwith missing again. Pedro Serrano coming up. Dorn gets on, and Yost will likely go with someone else to face the power hitter. The payoff pitch to Roger Dorn. And he walks him. The leadoff man is on once again. 3 innings in a row for the Indians.
Number 13, Pedro Serrano.
And now Pedro Serrano coming up. We'll see if Yost comes out. He will not. And the struggling Beckwith will face the power-hitting Pedro Serrano with a man on first and nobody out. Serrano, his last time up, almost hit into a double play. The ball got through, led to a run, and led to the continuation of a terrible inning by the Royals. A bad pitch by Beckwith. Sundberg blocks it. Dorn goes for second and gets it. And that will lead Sundberg to talk with Beckwith. Now he has to deal with a runner in scoring position with nobody out after a very bad pitch. The 2-0 now. A hanging pitch. Serrano, not a good breaking ball hitter, lets it go by, and now he's down. He's not down. He's still up 2-1. Missed a pitch that he could have hit. The 2-1 to him. And he fouls an outside pitch off. He could be up 3-1 now, but he let loose at a bad pitch. Count draws even at 2. Swung on, flied into right field. Motley going after it. Dorn tags, probably won't be going anywhere. There's out number 1. Biancalana cuts off the throw. And Serrano's out without incident once again.
Brett Butler.
And Brett Butler is coming up now. 0 for 3. So definitely someone that Beckwith would like to face right now. He's in a slump. Beckwith cannot allow a hit. Outside part of the plate, strike 1. A good location for Beckwith. Swung on. Flown out to left field. Smith has it, and there's out number 2. And Beckwith with 1 out away from getting out of the early mishap.
The left fielder, number 30, Joe Carter.
Not an easy third out. Joe Carter coming up. Single and an RBI. Beckwith just needs 1 more. Get through another scoreless Indians inning.
0-1's the count.
Gotten fly balls so far to get most of his outs. Up 0-1 to Carter. Another pitch, high part of the strike zone, but strike 2. Likely see a breaking pitch outside the strike zone for Beckwith here. Sundberg sets up the throw. Swung on and missed. Beckwith struck him out on 3 pitches, and he gets out of the leadoff walk. Some good redemption by Beckwith here. We now move on to the 8th inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Indians, number 48.
And Vern Rule will come in Terry Francona finally taking Ricky Vaughn out. Hal McRae, the number 4 hitter, comes up to the plate. And now the Royals will get into the Indians' bullpen, probably more than happy to see Ricky Vaughn out. Strike one. A nice slurve. Very tough pitch to hit. The 0-1 pitch to McRae coming up. Taylor puts his glove low, and McRae fouls it off. The 0-2 pitch by Rue. Slider, outside, 83 miles per hour. McRae keeps the at-bat going. A good eye. Very close to the strike zone. A good eye by Hal McRae. The 1-2. And he strikes out, looking. McRae not happy at all with the call. See Ricky Vaughn's line, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 6. More than eligible for the win. A quality start. Only 1 run of the 3 was earned. Frank White now comes to the plate with 1 out.
Ball, that's out.
And that ball is outside. Frank White starts ahead in the count. Royals need to get something going here again, and quick. And that's a strike. White looks at the umpire unhappy. He's saying he went. Looked close there. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. And Frank White goes down 1-2. Another slider misses to the outside, and the count draws even. This one is flown out to center field. Hayes barely had to move to get it, out number 2.
Now batting, number 8.
Royals not putting up much of a fight here in the 8th inning against the Indians bullpen. Jim Sundberg coming up. With 2 outs and nobody on. Balboni behind him. The Royals were able to score their 3rd run of the game on 2 outs. With Jim Sundberg at the plate. So far, that's been the end of their offense tonight. First pitch to Sundberg is low. Sinker misses, ball 1. Balboni waiting on deck. He hasn't done much tonight either. George Brett and Steve Balboni, 2 of their most dangerous bats, have been quiet.
1-1.
Sundberg watches strike 1. Swung on, grounded, picked up by Bernazard. He's got time. Sundberg is out. 1-2-3 inning. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to the Royals. Red Run Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Royals, number 17, Mike Jones.
Mike Jones finally relieving Beckwith. Beckwith was able to get some redemption after the poor 5th inning. He will face Julio Franco to lead off the 8th.
The shortstop, Julio Franco.
7, 8, and 9 hitters. Franco, Bernazard, and Hargrove.
Ball 1.
First pitch is low, ball 1. Lefty coming in, the first one we've seen tonight. For either team. The 1-0 to Franco. And that pitch is in there, strike 1. Royals just looking to make outs. It will take an incredible rally in the 9th inning for them to have a chance. Strike 2, a bad swing by Julio Franco. Jones is ahead. The pitch. Grounded. Biancalana has it. Throw to first. In time. Leadoff man is gone, and Bernazard and Hargrove coming up.
Now batting, number 4.
Tony Bernazard, who was twice led off innings as a base runner. He has scored twice. Curveball bounces into Sundberg's glove. 1-0. Grounded. Brett has it. Throw to first. In time. And the first 2 men are down. Mike Hargrove now at the plate. Good easy play for George Brett there to get the second out. Hargrove has 2 singles and has scored today. First pitch of the at-bat. And a strike way low in the strike zone. Hargrove doesn't protest it much, but that looked low. The 0-1 pitch.
Nope, ball 1.
Low again. This time it is called a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones has been pitching much better this inning than Beckwith had. Trying to make quick work of the Indians in a 1-2-3 inning. And there's a strike. He's up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 strike away from getting them down 1-2-3. Chop foul. Steps out of the box after that swing. The 1-2 again. Chopped again. So we'll do the 1 ball and 2 strike count at least 1 more time here. Jones still looking to end the inning. His 12th pitch. Chopped to the same spot once again. We'll see if Hargrove tries to keep this going. Jones might try for the breaking ball now. Sundberg tries to go low. Misses. Jones clearly trying to change it up. Did not fool Hargrove. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sundberg outside. Chop foul yet again. This time it goes into the Royals dugout. Chopped again. He keeps chopping it to the third base side, but just behind him. He's been at 2 strikes for a while. Go 2-2 again. Chopped again. 3 straight pitches, he chopped it. Really trying to avoid the strikeout here. Sundberg calls it low. Inside, and the count will run full. Can't get Hargrove to swing and miss. Whether inside or outside the strike zone, Hargrove has got the at-bat all the way to full. The payoff pitch. And this time he fouls it off of Sundberg's left foot. Sundberg is not bothered by it. The trainer will not come out. So we'll have another payoff pitch as Hargrove continues to foul balls off. Swung on line, foul again. The 3-2 pitch. And ball 4 low, and after all that, Hargrove will walk, and Jones will have to face Willie Hayes.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder, Willie Hayes.
He's been a dangerous bat today, getting hits off Saberhagen and Beckwith. So now Jones will pitch from the stretch. Won't be as easy as he hoped now. After a long, hard-fought at bat by Mike Hargrove, First pitch he gives to Hayes is a strike. The 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
And that pitch is outside, according to the umpire, 1-1. Swung on, lined into right field, a base hit. The inning continues still as we now go deep into the top of the lineup with Jake Taylor.
Now batting.
A stressful at-bat with Hargrove leads to a walk, which leads to a Hayes hit, and now Jake Taylor is up. He's followed by the dangerous bats of Dorn and Serrano. Jones is trying to keep the lead where it is. It's all he can do as Taylor swings and misses at the first pitch. Hargrove doesn't have much speed, so Hayes will have to wait at first. The 0-1 pitch. Chop foul. This time to the right side. Jones up 0-2. Swung on. Balboni makes the play this time, and the inning is over. The late threat doesn't turn into anything, and we go to the ninth inning. The Indians up 6-3. The Royals have one chance left. You listen to the Royals Radio Network. There you see downtown Baltimore. We go to Camden Yards where Jerry Reed has taken over the mound, the closer for the Indians.
Jerry Reed.
A tough pitcher, but not as tough as Ricky Vaughn. Balboni, Motley, and Biancolana
Leading out for the Royals.
will bat in this inning for sure.
Number 45.
Steve Balboni been quiet out of the 7-hole. Swung on, pop foul, and Balboni is down 0-1. Taylor setting up low and outside. Balboni doesn't bite for the curveball. A fast, moving curveball, only 78 miles per hour, but moved very quickly down to the lower part of the plate. Balboni read it, got the count back even. Curveball again. Did not hit its location as well. Balboni's up 2-1. The Royals need a base runner.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Good start for Balboni to get on base, being up 3-1. Darryl Motley is up next. The Royals can't chip away anymore. They have to get runs. They are out of innings. Balboni swings and misses on a pitch in the same place, and now the count runs full. Setting up again. The 3-2. And he strikes out on a pitch right down the middle. Balboni could not pull the trigger, and after being up 3-1 in the count, strikes out to lead off the ninth inning.
Number 24.
Terry Francona happy to see that. His closer starting off well. Then we see Darryl Motley step to the plate. That pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate. Darryl Motley now down 0-1. Swung on and missed at a slider. Now down 0-2. Reed making quick work of the Royals. The 0-2 pitch. Terrible curveball, misses badly. Bouncing and hitting Taylor. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled off. Going to be hard for the Royals to get 3 runs with 1 out. Motley 1 strike away from getting 2. Grounds it to Bernazard, and there is the second out.
He's out.
The Royals down to their final out, and they have Buddy Biancolana, the 9th hitter, at the plate. Athletic play by Bernard. He had time to get Motley, who was not running down the line. Likely the last batter of the game. Strike one to him. Oh for 2 tonight. Like most Royals bats, have been kept quiet. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball. Hits the dirt. 1-1. Taylor calls for it high. Biancalana fouls it off. A good swing in a bad spot, and he's down 1-2. And it hits Biancalana. And to everyone's surprise, Reed will now have to face Lonnie Smith at the top of the lineup.
Smith.
Throwing inside to a batter that hasn't done much today. Giving the Royals a little bit of life and putting the tying run in the on-deck circle, right now represented by Willie Wilson. Lonnie Smith started the rally that gave the Royals their 3 runs in the 6th inning. And a pitch that's called a strike that's way up high. Ned Yost not happy with that call. Lonnie Smith down 0-1. Man on first, 2 outs in the 9th inning. The Royals down 6-3. And Lonnie watches another pitch. This time it's in a much better spot, right in his wheelhouse. And the Royals just aren't pulling the trigger right now. The 0-2 pitch, Reed 1 strike away. Again. And this is a ball. Questionable. Looks like it could have ended the game. Maybe a makeup for the first pitch of the at-bat. And the count is now 1-2. And that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Very close pitches here. Lonnie Smith just fighting is about to make Reed throw his 20th pitch. An inning that started so easy for him. Now it's taking some time. The 2-2. And Lonnie fouls it off to continue the 9th inning. Willie Wilson, the tying run. George Brett in the hole represents the winning run. Lonnie Smith trying to keep the inning going. Chopped foul. He will keep it going, but he needs to get on base. Been down 2 strikes. And has fouled off several pitches, keeping the inning alive, keeping the game alive. The 2-2. Swung on, flied out to right field. Sherrano is there. And the game will end with a 6-3 Indians win. Sir Reed will pick up the save. Ricky Vaughn will pick up the win with a great game. Saberhagen picks up the loss with that poor 5th inning. Only one of the Royals' 3 runs were earned. Hargrove making 2 errors leading to those runs. The important part, George Brett was kept out of the game pretty much, not getting a single hit. His only offense, the only time he was on base, was the Hargrove throwing error. So we'll wrap it up here. Our final line score, the Royals 3 hits off 5 runs, no errors. The Indians 6 runs off 12 hits, and 3 errors. And I'll show you the highlight reel. Thanks for watching today. The Indians win 6-3. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. A reminder that Metro subway trains are available at the Lexington Market or Charles Center subway station. MTA Light Rail Service will provide extra trains on the Penn Camden Shuttle and to be picked up just outside the ballpark at the Camden Yards Light Rail Station.
Is there anybody left here? I think everybody left.
Oh, the one viewing probably gone, right?
Maybe. Well, I think everybody knows who you are at this point.
I'm Denny Matthews.
Yes, you are Denny Matthews. Yeah, I don't think anybody's here.
I should have prepared better.
You should have what?
I should have prepared better. I didn't look at all at the Indians bullpen.
No, you did a fine job.
I had no idea how to say that second pitch you pitched to the eighth. I had no idea what that was. Buell?
Rule?
Rule?
Yeah,
Rule, but I have no idea if that's how you say that. I figured I just had to stick with something, so I chose something and I stuck with it.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, I see.
It cut it. Yeah, cut it off. Yeah, everybody's gone. Okay.
Yeah, Buddy did step into it. Buddy stepped into it. That's what Mom said, and he did.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll just have the string here since everybody left. No post-stream Q&A or whatever. All right. Stay frosty. Price is right.